smooch, a sneeze and plenty of handshakes. It's been a crazy day in Canberra for the King and Queen during their Aussie tour. There were tears of joy from fans coming face to face with royalty, but it wasn't a warm welcome from everyone.
From the moment their Majesties touched down in the nation's capital, they scored the full treatment. The King, wearing his military medals, greeted with a traditional welcome to country, sealed with a cheeky kiss. The Canberra crowd crammed in at the War Memorial for this historic tour. There were handshakes.
King Charles!
King Charles! Hello!
And you shook his hand?
Yes, we shook his hand. It was really cool. It was very humbling, very good. Finally get to see someone famous in Canberra.
Yeah.
That turned into handholds. This woman wouldn't let go. Hidden in the royal throng, a bushy blonde, yep, an alpaca that wasn't afraid to let go. Leaving King Charles with a sloppy souvenir on his sleeve. He's an award-winning, market-loving, well-groomed fundraising fluffball with his own social media fans.
At least it was a real... it sneezed on me. I don't know. Just got the shot. When I was in Nepal years ago, an elephant sneezed on me. That's not a good idea.
Evelyn Mackay, 94 years old, came prepared, arms full with flowers, and look at that smile.
I was telling her I'm coming to find her a king.
She and daughter Vivia didn't have to look far, poised in prime position.
How did you go? Did you meet him? Yes, he shook her hand.
Shook my hand, and Kamala gave her the
flowers.
The flowers, and she was delighted.
And it's not Evelyn's first brush with royalty.
Back in 1935, when she was just a girl, her eldest sister Olga presented flowers to Queen Elizabeth II, and my mum gave her flowers to Margaret, Princess Margaret.
Inside the Australian War Memorial, sombre scenes, a wreath and 2 poppies for World War I diggers, Private William Punch and Private William Johnson, who died fighting for our freedom. Nearby, another fight, police versus protesters.
I'm just standing here as part of the procession with everybody else. I'm a senator of Victoria, and I've come here to look at the king. Thank you.
Rogue Senator Lydia Thorpe on a mission to remind the royals of our colonial past.
Do you think the Australian War Memorial is the appropriate place to do that?
I think anywhere in this country is appropriate. Give us what you stole from us!
Even inside Parliament. He is our king, and Camilla our queen, who spent hours speaking with extraordinary Aussies. A short but sweet visit to our nation's capital. Tomorrow, the public's final chance to shake hands with their Majesties as they tour one of Australia's icons, the Opera House. From our famous sails, they will set sail on Sydney's sparkling harbour. It's the best view in Sydney, and this will be the last formal engagement of Australia for the King and Queen. Before they step foot on their vessel, it's been given a royal spruce-up. Rear Admiral Christopher Smith is commander of the Australian fleet.
Ready to go?
All ready to go, sir.
It's a bit of preparation. You want to put on a good show, and we're in the best harbour in the world, so you want to make sure that we set the standard there.
The Navy's royal connection stems back to 1911, King George granting the title Royal Australian Navy, and the King himself spent time at sea during his career in the Royal Navy in the 1970s.
We're sort of hoping that the collection of vessels and the aircraft that'll fly over will hopefully take him back to his time in the Navy and that strong connection. He's Honorary Admiral of the Fleet to the Royal Australian Navy. He holds that title. But he's also a naval officer in his own right.
A number of ships will be on display.
They'll be dress ships, which means for the frigates and destroyers, they'll have flags up or buntings from the mast down to the extremities of the ship, equivalent to putting on a party dress. A
party in the sky too. Sydney receiving a glimpse today of tomorrow's display. Air Force pilot Lieutenant Jazel Powell.
So there's a lot of nerves, there's a bit of excitement, but mostly just generally proud that you've managed to get this far.
Serving as a send-off as the Royals wave goodbye to their first official tour of Australia as King and Queen.
What a day, and we'll be there to follow the King and Queen in Sydney tomorrow.